Alright, so here we are for another daily upload, and we're doing Randomizer Vol.4 today. So, just like every day, or all the other Randomizer videos, because we don't do these every day, give her a spin. Oh, we're making a prop again. What kind of prop, I wonder? Go over to the little spinner. A book of some kind. I wonder what kind of book I can make. I'll see if I can find some of my other past books, and then I'll bring one out and show you guys some of the stuff I've made in the past. Alright, because we rolled a book prop on this randomizer, I'll look at two of the books I've made in the past. My personal favorite is How Not to Lose When You Have Superior Forces, but another good one is Boss Mob Gimmicks. They're both two different bound hardcover, I guess, because it's all just cardboard anyway. But they're two little books that I made that are just square cutouts with stuff written on them. This one is mandatory reading for anyone on my team, How Not to Lose When You Have Superior Forces. I made it because one week I was super exasperated because my team would roll up with like better armored people and me in full armor, and we'd go against a smaller number of people with worse armor, and we would lose. And so I wrote this book as my as a way of expressing my exasperation with it. Essentially, it's a, I believe, 7-step guide of how not to lose when you have superior forces. Step 1 is actually do things. Step 2 is only try if you can take them. So if you don't have superior forces, well then maybe just don't try it. Step 3 is maybe target the good people. Just sort of general advice. If you have two random people and then this guy in full armor with a relic, you should maybe go after the guy with full armor and a relic. That's just maybe some advice. I don't know, really just how not to lose when you have superior forces. Don't let your good players be targeted. I swear to God, if y'all are just like standing there and people are running after me and I'm just getting absolutely 30v1'd, I'm just going to get depressed and extremely sad. So if you could stop me from dying, like meat shield just a little bit so that I can actually be effective, because if I just get killed right away, then you all are screwed, because there have been so many times where you all fold. They fold like a deck of cards. It's ridiculous. I'll die, and then everyone else just runs away because, oh no, our armor guy's dead. There's still more of you. Why? If you outnumber the opposition, you should win. That's kind of just how that goes. I don't know. Please don't spread out if there are more of you. Because if your weird slow person is at the back and you just turn into a line, you're just going to get killed off one by one very, very slowly. And so that's another piece of advice of how not to lose when you have superior forces. You don't have superior forces if it's just one-on-one. Oh yeah, and then advice 6, please for the love of God, wait for me. Don't leave your slower people behind. Move in formation, all at the same speed, does not need to be slow. I can run in armor, but I cannot jog continually. So please, for the love of God, wait for me if I'm behind you and on your team. Because if I'm not with you, then if you guys get into a battle, I won't be able to help any of you. Oh, and then, of course, my personal favorite, advice number 7, just get good. Just don't be bad and be better than your opponent, and then you'll just, win, because you will be the superior forces. Be like Chad. Chad never dies in sword fights. Get good. Or Chad got good is what that says. Anyway, read at your own risk. Mental derangement may ensue. Just, sort of like a little bound book about some particular piece of obvious advice that I felt strongly about in the past, and that's what I'm tasked with making today. So, yeah, that's what we got. Alright, so here we are today with our randomizer. I just showed you some of the books I've made in the past. That particular book I made because I was really exasperated at a particular topic, so I should think of another topic to be exasperated about so that I can write another good book. And I think I actually have an idea, so I need to make a prop that is a book. And the actual making of the thing is really quite easy. It's more so about what you actually choose to write in it that's actually the making part of it. And I guess you can do a little bit of gilding on the top if you want to, like a little sword or something. But I think I know what I want to write a book about. So in this last week, in this campers versus counselors thing, there were multiple Rykos on the field. That is R-A R-I-K-O-U. It is a legendary relic sword that's sort of like a very curvy katana that has the mythical ability of being able to punch through both armor and shields. And so if your wonderful tanky self run up against some random person with nothing but the Sword of Raiko, they can just punch straight through all of your stuff just by literally tapping the outside of your shield. It's so lame. I absolutely despise the relic. And its counterplay literally isn't even that complicated. It has a very simple counterplay. I just don't get why people don't understand it. So I'm going to get out some cardboard, make this book, and then write some stuff. I'll bring you back when I get the cardboard. Alright, this might be a little bit smaller of a book, but I don't really think that matters too much. I think we're just going to do a simple little like 6-page type of deal. Here, I'll get out my ruler. We'll cut it to 12 and it'll be 4-inch pages. That'll work, And the topic of the book is Sword of Raiko Counterplay. It's not hard, but if you don't know it, I will be sad. And so we will write this book and then, in theory, hand it out to other people so that they may also learn the rather simplistic counterplay to the Sword of Raiko, so that I, as an armor titan, can die less often to it for silly, silly reasons when it really isn't that hard to defeat them. So, here we go. Alright, well, there's essentially the book part of it all done. It's just a really simple 5-page book. Front and cover are masking taped. I might masking tape every single page just so it looks nicer. And I might add some like gilded decorations top and bottom, and maybe some cover art as well. But that's literally how you make a book. I mean, these ones are more yellow just because they're older, but same exact construction technique. Just thicker cardboard, really. Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna probably tape all the pages and I'll bring you back when I'll write stuff in. So, okay, wonderful. So now I have this great little book here, and it's got 5 pages, and now I need to figure out how I'm going to fill it. I know what the topic of my book is, I just don't know what I want to have on each page. The way I've done these other books was I had art on one side and then text on the other, and I really don't need a whole lot of text. It just needs to be 5 sentences essentially. So we're gonna do some drafts for our 5 sentences and then put them in the actual book. So yeah. Alright, so here we are with our essential rough draft of everything. We have the 5 simple Raiko counterplay steps. Really, it's only 1 step, but 5 pages for this 5-page book here. So I'll do a dramatic reading now, and then I'll do a simple reading now, and then a dramatic reading later. So, the Sword of Raiko is a terrible sword. In the opinions of many, it is far too strong. But to defeat it, you need just do one thing. Don't make your tanks fight it, use vanguards instead. With this one simple step, you strengthen your lines and make fighting a blast. I can't think of what rhymes with instead. Blast and instead. With this one simple step, you... instead. I don't know. I'll pause it, think about it for a bit, and come up with a better line 5. But I like this. So, yeah. Alright, so here's my wonderful, lovely little book here. I'll do a short dramatic reading. I don't have pictures in it yet, or a title or a back or anything, but I figured out all my text, so. The Sword of Raiko is a terrible sword. In the opinions of many, it is far too strong. But to defeat it, you need just do one thing. Don't make your tanks fight it, bring vanguards to match. With this one simple step, you make beating it a blast. Ta-da! And there she is. That's literally how you do it. To defeat Raiko, because it's shorter than a traditional Vanguard, you literally just have other people with Vanguards fight it. Assuming they're not wearing armor. If they're wearing armor, everyone's a little bit screwed, but essentially the best counterplay to Raiko is other swords of that same length. You can't use shields at all, so all of your knight classes who have shields just can't go up against it. So you just send Vanguards instead, because Vanguards have a much better time defeating it. Now we need to figure out what drawings to actually put in all of the pages. So here, I guess I'll have to bring this back. I think what I'll essentially do is a sword with some like evil aura around it, like people bowing down to it maybe. Someone pondering, like thinking about it. What is this one thing? And then maybe like, Raiko, and then someone with a much longer sword fighting, and the longer guy winning, and the guy with Raiko being like dead or something. Alright, that's literally how the whole story's gonna go. And there is that. A lovely new book to add to the collection. We'll just title it. So we'll do a quick dramatic reading and then that'll be it. So, Raiko Counterplay by Ickerson. The sword of Raiko is a terrible sword. In the opinions of many, it is far too strong. But to defeat it, you need just do one thing. Don't make your tanks fight it. Bring Vanguards to match. With this one simple step, you make beating it a blast. Hey. Excellent. Well, that was an extremely simple little book there. We'll add it into the collection of other ones. Yeah, thanks for stopping by for our 4th episode of Cardboard Crafts Randomizer. Hope you liked it, and I hope I'll see you again tomorrow for another daily upload.